Welcome to STARCARD Podcast. Here at STARCARD Podcast, we get a glimpse at the age of Aquarius ahead of us. My name is Breakaway Ray, and I have quite an imagination. I invite everyone to pay attention to whatever they're paying attention to. You know what else? I've got some triple combination cards for you today. That's right. Triple combination cards. It sounds like a tarot daredevil, right? Am I Evel Knievel or am I Breakaway Ray? Well, why don't we go to the tarot cam and see what triple combination cards look like? Let's go to the tarot cam. Welcome to all of you joining the show. If you're tuning in live, you are invited to make a request for a reading later on in the show by typing in all capital letters, tarot, please. And by the way, whether you're here present live now, or if you're catching this on the recording later, these triple combination cards are for you. So first of all, I want to point out that I have another deck over here, and I have already shuffled those in the interest of saving time. So 2 decks, triple combination cards. Good morning, Tarot World. I know you're ready to play this game. We want to send fun, helpful messages to all those tuning in whenever they're tuning in at any time. These messages are for them from the tarot world, triple combination style. Here we go. Please show us what we need to see. Please tell us what we need to hear with triple combination tarot cards. Whoa, I almost lost that one. See, it is like being a daredevil. Here we go, everybody. This is for entertainment purposes only. Ooh, that one wanted to come out. Here we go. So 3 sets of 2. And now, from the pre-shuffled deck, we're going to pull the top card, and that's going to be the prism through which we read the dynamics and energies of each of these combinations. Here we go. Thank you very much. Let's put this deck aside. Sweet. All right, everybody. First up, there may be a dynamic or an energy that involves these 2 cards. I feel like we saw these cards recently. It's the Temperance card, which represents balance, and it's the 8 of Swords card. And I'm going to have to read that out loud to you. Let's throw a little more light on the subject. Here we go. 8 of Swords, negative thoughts, self-imposed restriction, imprisonment, victim mentality, entrapment. I always hear that victim mentality, and remember to change it in my mind to survivor mentality. And to match that energy, because you're basically trying to match it with the Temperance card. The Temperance card reads balance, harmony, moderation, patience, being sensible, purpose, and finding meaning. So here's an idea I recently came across, and that is when you are thinking about something that took place in the past, you really have to take a quick look around you and recognize 5 things around you in the present, because the past part is behind you. It helps to objectify whatever it is that might be on your mind. So there's an interesting thing that, I mean, if there was a 3rd card, it might be the Devil card, because it would show the shadow self. All right. Well, anyway, let's take a look at the second set. How are we doing here? Good. The second set. Oh, wow. So you have the Page of Cups card, which is the happy surprise guy. And then happy surprise this, you get the King of Cups with that same card with the Page of Cups, emotionally balanced, compassion, diplomatic, control, balance, supportive leader, tolerance, and empathic. So the King of Cups may be sitting on his throne, but he is interacting with everyone in his kingdom, and he respects everyone in his kingdom just as much as he expects them to respect him. He's treating others the way he wants to be treated. Anyway, when you can balance your shadow self, you'll be surprised at all the positive relationships and network you can build, you know, when you tame and ground yourself from things that are on your mind. Well, anyway, we're not even quite done yet. Let's take a look at this one. This combo, yay. How about another page? And then there's the 10 of Pentacles. So the Page of Pentacles talks about new opportunities, financial opportunities, skill development, ambition, desire, diligence, like a new project. And like a new project, the 10 of Pentacles, that's all the pentacles. And the pentacles are the currency of your desire. So, you know, do you have a pet project in your life? Is there a hobby that you are passionate about? It could be being a parent, sure. But at the same time, everyone could pursue something in addition to being a parent. I would say, as someone who's not a parent, that even not being a parent is an already enriching experience. And I should also make time to study other pursuits. So in any case, everybody, I'm encouraging everyone to delve into their passion, pursue their hobby. What do I always say all the time? You know, pursue the path of grace and ease, follow your joy. So this is the Follow Your Joy set. This is the Happy Surprise, you got your life together set. And this is the I Know How to Ground Myself set. And here is the prism through which we're going to look at each of these adventures. All right, here I go. I'm revving up my motorcycle like Evel Knievel. Here I go. I'm going off the ramp. All right, it's the Page of Wands, who is the limitless potential guy. And that's someone who can see over everything. He can see over all these instances. And over here, well, in each case, you're ascending to a 4D perspective. You're turning your 3D emotional world and you're stepping outside it for a minute in a form of meditation, you know, to get a better grip on things. In each of these cases, if I present emotionally balanced me and respect everyone the way I expect to be respected, I'm going to have a happy surprise at how well I get along with everybody. And I need to pursue this passion of mine because it brings me lots of joy or finances or what have you. So yeah, I guess the Page of Wands is the awesome vehicle for each of these. They all kind of rise up to him. He can see over it all. Hey, that was kind of fun for me. I hope it was fun for you. This is for entertainment purposes only. Thank you very much for joining me. Happy to see our friends in the chat. Let me give these cards a shuffle. Good morning, Sally Forth. Hello, Mr. A. Hiya, Spider Bite. Hi, Flix Love. That's awesome. Right, yeah, I'm still recording. Good, the internet's good. Okay. So today I'm going to share two books, and one of them is a book about Nostradamus, and I'm going to read from the computer about what it says about Nostradamus, the famous prophet from the 1500s, you know, a contemporary of Giordano Bruno, who we studied this month in October. Check the playlist at STARCARD Podcast. So then after I present those two books and we take a look at Nostradamus, we're going to ask the question, how similar are we, each of us, to Nostradamus? We'll recognize what possible magic abilities he had, and then we can compare them to what we got going on. Because I think we got a lot going on because we're different kinds of humans now. And knowledge has not changed that much. Our awareness of knowledge has changed. So let's go back down to the table and let me show you this book. Whew, okay. I'm so happy. I had a photograph here. I'm not going to show you the photograph. In any case, I'm glad I removed it. That's the whole point. So this is a book called Conversations with Nostradamus. I don't expect that everyone's watched all of these STARCARD podcasts, so I'll very briefly tell you that there is a hypnotist named Dolores Cannon who worked in the 1970s, and she would record her hypnotic sessions with patients, and she discovered one who got her in contact with Nostradamus. And what's fun about the Conversations with Nostradamus, this is book number 2. I think there might have been 3 books, is that it involves time travel, basically. Dolores Cannon is going back in time to talk to Nostradamus and ask him what his quatrains mean. And as she does that, she's helping him write some of those quatrains, because sometimes she's meeting him as a young man and she's asking him, what does this mean? And then he says, well, I would have said it like this, but now I see what you're saying. And then he writes it down, and that's the way we see it today. So there's a fun little time loop to that. If you're a Doctor Who fan, you might enjoy that dynamic in the story. Nevertheless, Nostradamus was, in a way, my introduction to Dolores Cannon. Anyway, want to point that book out. The other book I wanted to show you, of course, is my own book. I like doing this for some reason. I like putting my book right next to a Dolores Cannon book. But today I'm just going to do this one. So today it's Conversations with Nostradamus, and my own book with my pseudonym R. Snow, one I've had since 1982. It's Let's Go Off Planet with Breakaway Ray. And this book and my other book, The Convoluted Autobiography, the links are in the description. There's also a long list of interesting videos for you to peruse. So I invite you to look at the description in case you haven't done so recently. I'm going to put these books aside. Here we go. And now I'm going to go do that thing with my computer screens so I can read to you what it says about Nostradamus. One moment, please. All right, I think I got this. So Michel de Nostradamus, beg your pardon. Michel de Notre Dame, usually Latinized as Nostradamus, was a French astrologer, apothecary, physician, and reputed seer, who is best known for his book, Les Prophéties, a collection of 942 poetic quatrains, allegedly predicting future events. That's what it says about Nostradamus, and you can look it up yourself. And I'm going to share with you now, a brief oral recap of what I know about Nostradamus, especially what I learned from him from Dolores Cannon's book. First of all, he was a medical practitioner, but he could also do things like energy healing, and he could go inside people's energy fields and in a way sedate them and use hypnosis to distract them, and so that they don't feel pain. He did it without chemicals. He did it through the power of the mind. And this reminds me of Pythagoras, because both of those guys were pretty magical, basically because they had a better understanding of how the universe and the ether around us operates. And to everyone else who didn't understand how that worked, it was magic, and magic spooks people. Happy Sighttober, Halloween is on the way. So, but nowadays with the internet, a lot of us are sharing our own experiences. And like Harry Potter at the zoo, when he put his hands on the glass and he talked to the snake, a lot of us are realizing we have magical powers, but we were never taught about these things. And we're trying to learn about them now. Well, I guess I could speak for myself, right? That's what I'm doing. That's why I'm making all these podcasts. I'm sharing with you, like, for example, in case you're new here, I've only been throwing tarot cards since March. So, bear with me as I catch up with everybody. So I wonder if the tarot world would like to comment about people like Nostradamus and Giordano Bruno and Pythagoras and the ladies accused of witchcraft at Salem a couple hundred years ago. Do they all have something in common with people who tune in the STARCARD podcast, for example? Have we all got the same thing going on? Do we really understand hermetic sciences and the way the world operates? I think the science and the how is more important than the history that they told us about before. Okay, let's figure it out for ourselves. Let's turn inward. I believe that's what we're all doing. We're all sharing ideas here. Thank you very much for joining me. I'm going to now set up the tarot table and throw some tarot cards and ask the tarot world what it has to say about our expanding consciousness today in 2025 compared to Nostradamus. Our, plural, everyone who's tuning in, everyone who's already had those unmagical experiences. So we're talking about Nostradamus, a contemporary, I think by like 10 years of Giordano Bruno. Okay. He lived from 1503 to 1566. I'm sorry, that sounds like it's very young to me. That's only like 63 years old. And that's very young. But of course, in those days, that was a good long time, apparently. I do know from the Nostradamus books that he wasn't feeling so great in his old age, because as he meditated, he was sitting for a long time, and he had a circulation issue, I think, with his legs. Also, what's interesting, I might as well remember this and tell you about it on camera here. So the thing is, he had those books with all those quatrains in it, and he also foresaw that those books would become important, especially starting like in the 20th century, when you have mass media networks sharing them with the public, and everyone could speculate every year about what Nostradamus said. But the thing is, he actually foresaw, I forget what book it was in. It was probably like book 2 or 3 or whatever it was, the last ones. He foresaw that the book would be, stuck in a cabinet, in a house that belonged to family, and then no one would know it was there. The book would be discovered a couple hundred years later and just happen to be moved into the right hands until we finally get to see the book. So even the book feels like it has its own consciousness and timeline and its own existence, kind of like that movie. I think it's called The Red Violin. I invite you to check that out. I think I have that title right. It's called The Red Violin, and I'm not going to give you too many clues. I don't want to spoil it for you. I don't generally enjoy movies, and that was a really enjoyable movie for me. So anyway, let's go back to our conversation with the tarot world. Hey, tarot world. Lots of us are feeling new sensations, an expansion of our consciousness. Have we got that right? And would Nostradamus be able to compare notes with us? Could we make a Venn diagram with our consciousness, viewers of STARCARD podcast, overlapping a circle with Nostradamus? And I'm sure like the crossover part would be filled with interesting, powerful statements, right? So we're inviting the tarot world to compare what we got going in 2025 with Nostradamus, who seems like he was rather isolated back in those times with the magic that he was practicing. After all, when you get the attention of the royal court, I wonder how much competition you have out there. Yeah, that card came out first, didn't it? Hey, Tarot World, thank you for helping us have this fun comparison with the famous prophet Nostradamus. One more. All right. This is for entertainment purposes only. Here we go. Bienvenue, Monsieur Nostradamus. Wow. All right. So here at StarCard Podcast, when we see the High Priestess, we're talking about big time intuition. Extra strong on the subconscious. Hang on one second, please. There we go. I feel better. All right. So as far as I'm concerned, with those books, with Dolores Cannon and Nostradamus, the conversation with Nostradamus, this is what we're talking about. You have Dolores Cannon using the subconscious of another person to access the presence of Nostradamus and his energy a few hundred years ago. Then you can't get more subconscious than that. That's like a good book summary on the New York Times. Just the summary part. Okay, well done, Tarot World. I'm glad I see we understand each other. All right, then share with us more. We're all interested. Yay! Here comes the Temperance card again. Let's take a look at Temperance. Balance, harmony, moderation, patience, being sensible, purpose, and finding meaning. Finding meaning, like how you go through the day and you find meaning in everything. And like every 5 minutes you think, why did that also have to be a coincidence? I just happened to look over there when that bunny scampered across the street. I was just thinking of something like that when they mentioned it on the radio. Does anyone listen to the radio anymore? So anyway, maybe temperance. Maybe someone recognizes that same dynamic. You know, well, gee, how many license plates are going to have the same number today? Okay, yeah, thank you. That's the lifestyle. And you don't have that lifestyle if you got road rage going on. Yeah, you got to be cool. You got to be cool. All right. Oh, we were doing so good. So hang on. This is just the middle of a sentence. I didn't finish the sentence yet. It's the Three of Swords, which represents heartache. And, oh, wow, okay. See, hang on. The King of Pentacles. Yeah, he's the King of Pentacles. He's got the currency of your desire. Sometimes we're talking about money, like wealth, business, leadership, security, discipline, abundance, prosperity, and generosity. When you have the subconscious and you are grounded, you can take trauma, as we would call it in 2025, and ka-ching, turn it into something valuable. You know, that deep, deep part where you're pondering your pain, you can turn that upside down. You can turn that frown upside down. All right. Turn it into an avenue to speak to the high priestess. Here we go. And how about another high priestess? It's the Queen of Cups. And she is rich with compassion, nurturing, healing, comfort, calm. She's emotionally stable, intuitive, and caring. Yeah, there's a transformation that's already happened here. That's how you get to be a magician and a healer. Yay. And now you have the Nine of Pentacles saying, now you enjoy the fruits of your labor. Yeah. Balance it all out. You can balance it out and turn it into positive energies, channel it the other way. And then look what happens. You're a magician, just like Nostradamus. I'm glad you didn't see me dance just now. That was pretty awesome. But we still have one card left. Yeah, oh, the Four of Swords reminds us to meditate. How did Nostradamus do it? How did Dolores Cannon get it done? How are you getting it done? Hey, when you're tuning out and meditating, build upon it every time. Make it a sequence to your next expansion of consciousness. Hey, Tarot World, that was a lot of fun. Thank you very much. Thank you, everybody. I hope you enjoyed that fun tarot throw. So I'm going to grab a piece of paper now, and I'm going to write down the names of people who would like a reading. If you would like a reading, please type in the chat in all capital letters. It's just easier for me to see. I don't read the chat now. I read it after the show. So let me get a piece of paper. Hey, you know what? I need to take a drink. I'll be right back. Hey, everybody. Thanks for those soda bubble hearts in the chat. That's pretty cool. It also lets me know that I'm still broadcasting. So thanks a lot. Hope you're having a good time. So let's see. Number one, Spider Bite. I got you, Spider Bite. Let me write your name down. And I see a number two, Sally Forth. Hi, Sally Forth. Okay, I don't see any more capitals, so now I'm going to scroll up and check and see if anyone else quickly wrote a note. Hey, Jason H is in the house. All right, hey, Jason H. Hi, Namira. Oh, okay, Namira, I got you. All right. Spider Bite, yeah, got it. Oh, Spider Bite wants one card. That does help me, by the way. Like if you want one card and you put it again, you put it in capital letters, it's very easy for me to see. Oh, okay, Sally Forth, no problem. Okay, thank you very much. Anyway, I hope it went well yesterday. Those were pretty dramatic cards yesterday. Let's see now. Who am I missing? Spider Bite, Mr. A. Hi, Mr. A. All right. Hi, Sexy Sunshine. Welcome to StarCard Podcast. I'm going to write your name down. I'm happy to throw some cards for you. It's great to have you here. Right. Thank you, Silent Dreamer. Okay. All right. So far I have Spider Bite, Namira, Mr. A, and Sexy Sunshine. And if anyone else would like a reading, go ahead and type it in the chat. In case I'm missing it, I know we have lots of friends in the chat who'd like to help and give me a heads up. That's really cool. We're all here to help each other out. Thank you very much. So first up, it's going to be Spider Bite. All right, Tarot World. You're bringing it every day. Way to go. Wow. Can I just lose a card? No, I think there's a face-up card in here somewhere. So anyway, if it's face up, it's not going anywhere. I shuffle it. All right. But yeah, we would like to hear from the Tarot World, a fun, helpful message for Spider Bite, please. And we'll go looking for that face-up card. I think it's in here. That's fun and interesting. Wow. We're doing some real daredevil tarot today. All right, these cards are for Spider Bite. Here we go, Spider Bite. Now, is there really a card that's face up in here? No? Well, all right, I'm just going to double check that I didn't drop a card. All right, no problem. Okay, I also got a full card for you. That's always a good sign. This is the first card for the audience tarot readings right now. Here we go, Spider Bite. The Three of Wands. That's the luck is where preparation meets opportunity card. Where'd that glass go? Here we go. Three of Wands, preparation, progress, foresight, enterprise, expansion, overseas opportunities. And then the Five of Cups card. The Five of Cups reads, regret, failure, disappointment, pessimism, loss, and grief. And then finally, all right, way to go, Tarot World. I was getting scared for a second there. Here's the Ace of Pentacles. And the Ace of Pentacles is like a gift from God. I guess the Tarot World is still passing out Aces of Pentacles this week, or has it been all month? Ace of Pentacles, abundance, manifestation, opportunity, new career or financial opportunity, new venture, prosperity. Yeah, Spider Bite. Luck is where preparation meets opportunity. Did somebody mess something up? Well, if you only look over here, you're only going to see the mess. Look behind you. These cups are doing great, and everything's ready to go for the next adventure. Spider Bite, I hope that was cool. We said the next adventure, right? Remember the Fool card? Something on the horizon. Yeah, awesome. Exactly, Spider Bite. Thank you very much. All right. Next up, it's Namira. All right. Way to go, Namira. Nice to see you again. I hope everybody has a great day. Check it out. You're more than halfway through the week. You're an inch closer to wherever you're going. And these cards are for Namira. How about a helpful, fun message for Namira, please? Yeah, see, that keeps happening. All right, good. Hey, all right. Ace of Swords. These cards are for Namira. I think there's some other energy helping throw in the cards today. Anyway, you got an Ace of Swords popping out at you here because I have not had this popping out of card thing. So Ace of Swords, mental clarity, breakthroughs, new ideas, success, sharp mind, new conflict, surgery. I like the breakthroughs and the clarity of mind there. And let's see what else the tarot world wants to share. Here we go, Namira. Oh, I really like this lady. She makes me think about, people getting dressed up and going to a fancy ball. It's the World card, and it suggests completion. So let's take a quick look at what it says on the card. Completion, accomplishment, wholeness, attainment, fulfillment, travel, celebration of life, and arriving. What a full, rich life from the position of the World card. And and it's the Star Card. Hey, everybody, you're watching Star Card Podcast. Thanks for joining me. The Star Card reads hope, calm, faith, purpose, renewal, spirituality, fortune, good omen, rejuvenation. Yeah, it's easy to feel rejuvenated when you recognize how good you got it. And then, how about that? Did I say, a helpful, fun message? Here is the Page of Cups. It's a happy surprise guy. All right, so let's look at that sentence again. How easy is it to feel rejuvenated once we realize how much we really have? And then, bam, we're rejuvenated. It's a happy surprise. It's a mental breakthrough, Namira. All right. Have a good day. Thank you very much. Way to go, Tarot World. Next up, it's Mr. A. Oh, I see Flixlove wants a reading. Hang on. Let me make it up. I think I said hi to Flixlove already. Hi, Flixlove. Yeah, you're welcome, Namira. Let me see now. 3 cards about the new project. So, and you want it with humor. All right. I love it. Yeah, hi, Flixlove. So, yeah, all right. We'll take care of Flixlove in a moment. But right now, this is for Mr. A, then Sexy Sunshine, and then Flixlove. All right. So, way to go, Tarot World. It's Wednesday morning, but it feels like Friday happy hour here at Star Card Podcast. We're having a lot of fun hanging out with the Tarot World. It feels like they're buying the drinks. Here we go, Tarot World. How about another fun, helpful message for Mr. A? Thanks a lot for showing up again, Mr. A. These cards are for Mr. A. These cards, and yeah, thank you. Wow. All right. Hang on 1 second, please. Okay. Let's see what happens here. Here you go, Mr. A. So you start with the 7 of Pentacles. He's the guy cultivating something, and it's really working out well. Look at those pentacles bloom. But the 7 of Pentacles does say long-term view, hard work, and perseverance and diligence, sustainable results, investment. Then you get the 5 of Pentacles. well, and we'll read what it says, but this is part of a sentence. So hang on a second. The Five of Pentacles, financial loss, lack of mindset, loss, isolation, worry, need, poverty, and insecurity, followed by, yeah, see, exactly, the Ten of Pentacles. The Ten of Pentacles is wealth, financial security, family, long-term success, and contribution. So I'm all understanding what I'm thinking, of course, but now here's my chance to share what I think is going on. You're cultivating, multiple things you're cultivating value in multiple dimensions. Personally, amongst family and friends, professionally, in the neighborhood, in the community, right here at StarCard Podcast. You're cultivating, and each one that you are cultivating, happily, it's blooming and it's blossoming. But then what this card is, it's like, in case there's ever going to be a speed bump, okay, it doesn't matter, because it's almost like the Three of Wands card. You've been preparing. You have spread your investments around, and you've kept them all growing. And this is how you're going to come out later. So it's more 1930s mentality. A penny saved is a penny earned, in one sense. And then here we go. There must be something going on over here. Wow. So yeah, you keep doing what you're doing. Oh, is there going to be a speed bump? No problem. You're going to come out on top. That's right. When the Tower card shows up and the world comes crashing down, guess who's going to be riding out looking like the Knight of Cups? Who is a knight in shining armor? Mr. A. That's who. All right. Thank you, Mr. A. That was inspiring for me. Sweet. Thank you very much. I would love to see. I bet there's like some AI right now saying we got to make an animation of that reading. All right. Next up, it's Sexy Sunshine. Hello, Sexy Sunshine. The tarot world is anxious to present a fun, helpful message to you also. Here we go. These cards are for Sexy Sunshine. These cards are for Sexy Sunshine. A fun, helpful message for Sexy Sunshine, please. And one more. All right, Sexy Sunshine, this is for entertainment purposes only. Here we go. Welcome to StarCard Podcast. Here at StarCard Podcast, we get a glimpse at the age of Aquarius ahead of us. And on the star card, it reads, hope, calm, faith, purpose, renewal, spirituality, fortune, good omen, rejuvenation. That's the beginning of the sentence. A great place to start. All right. I know not everyone's going to get excited about the Hermit card, but Breakaway Ray does. The Hermit card. He's turning inward. He's looking at a world that's much, 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 much larger by going inward. Anyway, the Hermit card reads, soul searching, introspection, contemplation, wisdom, truth seeking, being alone, independence, inner guidance, meditation, consciousness. Yeah, exactly. Here at StarCard Podcast, we're looking at consciousness. Next up, welcome home. It's the Four of Wands. It's the homecoming card. Sexy Sunshine. Welcome to StarCard Podcast. Got it. All right. So that's inspiring and that's wonderful. And there's lots of ways you can read that. But it is almost like just a repeat of us saying hi to Sexy Sunshine. I bet there's a little bit more message right there for you. Maybe you have a crossroads coming up, a decision you get to make soon. The Two of Swords says that, you're ready. You have all the tools you need to go one way or the other. But if you see the lady is blindfolded, she doesn't have all the information she needs yet to make the decision. So she's just chilling on the beach. So Sexy Sunshine. I hope this reading was entertaining and inspirational. And if it was accurate, that's great too. Again, welcome to the podcast. Great to have you here. Next up, Flixlove and it's your new project. Got it. All right. Hey, Tarot World. You still have the microphone. Keep on riffing. Flix Love's in the chat. You know her new project. You got anything to say about that? How about a fun, helpful message for Flix Love, please? Something fun, something helpful and exciting about Flix Love's project. Thanks, Tarot World. Thanks for making me look good. These cards are for Flix Love. These cards are for Flix Love. These cards are for Flix Love. We'll give one more. Flix Love's new project. Oh, yeah, I don't know anything about Flix Love's new project. I'm going to learn about it from the Tarot World. Whatever it is, it's pretty awesome because this is the King of Swords. And the King of Swords says, head over heart, disciplined, truthful, honest, mental clarity, and authority. You know, it's only the beginning of the sentence, but I did use my magnifying glass to get a good look at this guy's outfit, and it's pretty awesome. I mean, you would expect a king to be well dressed, but I also think it looks really great. Moving on with Flix Love's project. Oh, the Queen of Swords. Well, this is the card that tells me, Breakaway Ray, you were right. But this card also talks about truth. Let's read about it. Queen of Swords. Unbiased judgment, independent, clear boundaries, direct communication, clear-minded, perceptive. Hey, am I... I'm not the only one who notices that the king and queen are sitting right next to each other in Flix Love's new project. This is pretty fascinating. That's a weird coincidence, huh? Coincidence. It's the Tarot World. Welcome to STARCARD Podcast. All right. And then the Page of Wands means we have limitless potential. This project sounds awesome. It sounds like the inside of Doctor Who's Time TARDIS. Yeah, limitless potential. Let's check it out. Inspiration, ideas, discovery, limitless potential, free spirit, exploration, excitement, freedom. It's going to be the best travel agency ever because it's going to have like a time portal and take a vacation wherever you want, whenever in time. Okay, not a holodeck, not Star Trek stuff, a real portal. Okay, Flix Love's new project. Oh, sweet. Look at that. 4 of Wands. Check out that homecoming card. It's going to be a great kickoff, grand opening for Flix Love's new project. Oh, boy. It doesn't matter what this next card is. I mean, that was so awesome. You know, whatever happens here, this set was great. Congratulations on your new project. Anyway, and then the 3 of Pentacles talks about teamwork and collaboration. But wait, check this out. Listen to this. Teamwork, collaboration, learning, implementation. Implementation, that's starting a new project, okay? And building something, starting a new project. It's Flix Love's new project, everybody. Woo! Put it in the chat for us, Flix Love. We want to check it out sometime. Thanks a lot for inviting me to read. Let's see, who's next? Oh, that's everybody. Did I miss somebody? 44 minutes. So I'll just stop for a second and wait and see if there's someone else who wants a reading. Otherwise, I'll close up shop for the day, and I'm really glad I got out to see everybody. Yeah, you're welcome, Flix Love. Cool deal. All right. Well, hey, everybody. That was, again, very exciting. Thanks again for joining me. Have a great day. I'll do my best to come out tomorrow, and we try to do it on weekdays. So have a good time today. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. I appreciate it very much.